was beginning to feel like the only person in the world who thought it sucked.
Oh. You are the only person in the world who thought it sucked. But you're right, it didn't make sense. It made dollars.
So, folks, crazy enough, I actually watched this TV show called Wrecked. And, oh man, Wrecked. Wrecked is a very, very funny series, and they made sure they tried to deviate from what happened in Lost. They definitely did. So, for people who didn't see Wrecked, what happened was there was a plane, and it crashed on an island they have no idea of. And we just learned a few things about a few of the members. Like, for instance, we find a flight attendant. I'm not going to tell you his name. But the flight attendant actually has some issues. You also have another one who actually pretends to be a cop, but it turns out he's actually a millionaire or even a billionaire. We also have a doctor / nurse, and also her hippie girlfriend, as in girl that's a friend, not girlfriend as in no. We also have the guy who is straight up like, woo, Wolfpack, you know. So he has a girlfriend that's Asian. Of course, it's not really needed to know that she's Asian, but hey, why not? It turns out they were dating for like 7 years. And she was hoping this trip to Taiwan, because that's where they were going, this trip was actually going to be the way where it's like he'll finally propose. But instead, no, he actually booked a thing where they can go on all the tours, all the places that Hangover 2 featured in the movie. Of course, because she wasn't thinking or anything, because, well, guys have feelings too. I know, he's the dirtbag here, but on the other hand, hold up on it. Is that he actually decided, at first because they decided to put all the food and the supplies in front of the water. Yeah, they're on a beach. So he was able to save them, but at first he was going to say, everyone, come save the food. But then he got the idea. And because of what she said about thinking about the future, that's one reason. And as soon as she dumped him, that's the other part where it's like, yeah, you kind of brought on this monster yourself. If you could have gently done stuff, all right. We also got the guy who's a hippie, a free-spirited person. We also have the person who will become the ruler of that society. And it turns out that the person responsible for even him getting on the plane turns out to be his boss. And he has a horrible story to tell. Of course, we have the guy who is a business mogul, and sadly, the business mogul actually kind of went crazy along with the other flight attendant who turns out to be alive. Yeah, is that everyone? Of course, there's the other guy named Turtle, and you had another person, the third person, who actually loved the hippie girl. But one thing that they played off that was so funny is just the fact of, like Lost or many other TV shows, there's a bunch of characters that are there that are the main characters, but there's also minor characters who don't really get a speaking role or anything. So they actually touched upon that a few times, which is very, very funny. And also, that was very ingenious. So, to watch Wreck or to not watch Wreck? For those who believe it will be nothing but Lost all over again, I can tell you it's not going to be like Lost all over again. This is full of so much funniness. Very, very funny. You have somewhat moment. Oh, I forgot about the, in quotations, my favorite character. But she's not really my favorite character. This is the girl who actually is very, very tough. And she actually killed a boar with her own hands. She just straight up killed a boar in the wild. I don't know. I just kind of like, the funny thing is that the weakness with me is that I kind of do like the Tom girl chick at times. And to actually have the final episode of the first season where she actually decides to go shirtless. Yeah, she goes topless to go against the guy who's like, woo, Wolfpack. I so would like to have the DVD just to see them. I know, I'm a guy. I know. Get over it. What you want me to do. But yeah, I kind of really want to see them because I am a bit of a fan of hers just because of the way she is. And even though it turns out that she was quite lonely, I'm like, I so have hooked up with her. I so have. Well, anyways, so this series is very, very good. It's coming back in 2012. I mean 17, not 12. We're going to go back in time for that. So yeah, it's going to come back in 2015, 17. My gosh, stay online. And the ending, actually, when they found a boat, it turns weirder than what you think. It actually gets horribly bad. I would say all the things I didn't mention and everything is worth watching. It's just, let me check. I think 12 to 10 to 12 episodes. I think it's worth watching. You should definitely check it out. And sadly, I think his name is Steve, the guy who I was talking about, who his boss is the reason why he's there. Steve will piss you the frick off. Let me just tell you, Steve will piss you the frick off. Luckily, Steve gets what he has coming in the end, but still, Steve will piss you the frick off. Anyways, good TV show. Definitely check it out. It's very funny. And I think you can only catch it now on demand, but I think if you're willing to, you're able to catch it on its airtime, which is 10 o'clock p.m. Yep, it came on at 10 o'clock p.m. So anyways, thank you for watching, and have a great day.